This video is just going to be pretty simple, and we're just going to do some HTML forms, so let's go right into it. Okay, so first things first, we're just going to set up an HTML form. The buttons won't really work because it will involve some other kind of coding language called PHP. So really, we won't really use that as of now. We will do that later. I will touch on that in the future. But as of now, we will just set up the Google form. So let's get started by setting up our HTML and our body. Okay, and then let's make our heading 2. Because remember that headings are dependent on the font size and how bold it is. We want some kind of in like the medium, so that's why we're doing heading 2. So let's title it HTML forms, because in this video we are going to set up an HTML form. Like I said, the links will not be clickable because it will involve PHP. So let's move on next to form, action. So we're going to create the first part of our form. So this is the action page PHP. PHP we're not using, but I'm just gonna still include it. It won't really hurt to include it. So let's go again. Let's put a label. So what this next thing is doing, all we're just doing is that we're setting like a header for it. So what the final product will be is what you are seeing on the screen. And what we're trying to do is that we're trying to see where you see first name. That's what we're trying to do. So we're gonna do it above where the name is. So let's make it a frame, and then let's close it. And then let's call it first name, because that will be what appears on the top. And then let's put a colon, and then let's put a slash label, and then let's put a break, because we're not completely ending the code there, because we're gonna do another line. So now we need to input the first name. In this case, I'm gonna do kids. So let's input the text, and then ID is frame, name is name, because that just means first name, and then name is again name, and then value. So what we're doing here again is that we're just filling up what the first name is. So and then let's do it, and then let's add a break there again, because it doesn't end there. And then now we're going to do the same thing for the last name, because as you see, there was a last name above the name. So label 4, and we can just copy this and then paste it, and then make our changes. So yeah, it's that, and then we can edit this as that's supposed to be frame, and that's supposed to be last name. So yeah, it's just the same thing, but we're editing this as last name. I can retype it just cause. And then let's make that frame, and let's say last name, colon, label, break. Okay, now we need to do space again, and then do a text. ID is L name, because that's the last name, and then name, and then the name will be the last name, and then value, coding. Like, once again, you can copy and paste this. All you're just doing is making the changes to the ID, the name, and then the value. So now that we finished that, we need to create our submit button. The submit button is clickable, but it won't take you to anything because that will require PHP. So let's go ahead and make our submit button. Input type. So we're going to be inputting something. Submit. And then let's make the value, which is what it is, submit. Submit, yeah. And then let's close the form from there. And then let's do a few spaces. And then let's end the body and end the HTML. And as of there, we are done. So what we have done is first here we have created a space where the first name is. Underneath it, it will show what the first name is. And like that can be edited and you can like change it to whatever you want. And then after that, there would be like about an enter and then it'd be a last name and then a colon. And yeah, I've already shown the final product, but yeah, that's pretty much how it is. So we need to save it. And then let's say, let's make it forms and then put it as .html. And let's put it as all files and save it up.